Hi there guys, how's it going? This is Matt Tomato here, hope you're all well, and welcome to another Airport City Airline Tycoon quest guide. And so today I'm going to be bringing you a quest guide for the latest quest, which is the Halloween. It is the spooky quest guide that is Dark Skies. So obviously the airport is dark and things like that to compensate for the idea of Halloween, and not a lot of people actually like that. I've seen a few people actually complain that they can't switch it today, but I think it's quite nice to be able to just play in the night time for a little while. Obviously most people don't tend to use the night time during the whole year anyway, so I think it gives you a little bit of a different dynamic with the game. So the quest is Dark Skies, so it's relatively similar to last year's Halloween quest, with a little bit of a difference, I think. Some items are less useful than others now. They've made a couple of little changes here. So the first task is to obtain phantom plasma by banishing white phantoms from your airport. So basically you'll see these little white phantoms popping up in and around your airport, around the outside of your building areas. And the idea is to banish these. And so you need bright lanterns to be able to do that. You can pick those up either by visiting white phantoms of your friends, or you can pick them up from the special flights that we'll discuss in a minute. So you want to go ahead and banish those things. They give you phantom plasmas relatively often, as well as some extra items that you might need for flights, including the shotgun. My favourites of them all. So that's the first task. The second task is pretty simple. It's just simply ask your friends to send you some Leyden jars. So that's just simply you hit ask friends, you hit all the neighbours that you have, and hopefully they'll be generous enough to send you some Leyden jars. That's pretty simple. The next task is to land guest ghost planes using the crystal ball bonus. So obviously you have ghost planes and things like that, or you have your guest planes, your regular guest planes, but in order to activate the ghost planes, you need to head into your bonuses over here and activate the crystal ball. And I have 9 of these at the moment. I've been using these quite, well, I haven't been using these yet, but these are racked up from last year. Or you can, in order to gain crystal balls, I believe you head into a collection. And yes, you complete the abnormal activity collection and it gives you a crystal ball bonus. And these particular items here drop from the special flights that are, if you go into your flights here and you hit your special tab, there's special flights, spooky destinations that you can fly to. I like the idea that there's quite a lot of planes involved here. I like the idea that there's a lot of different flights of different planes, which means that players of all levels can have a go at this. So there's Jumbo, Delta, Jet, and Turboprop, and even a small little flight for a propeller-driven, which is rather nice. So it means that the lower-level players are able to have a little bit more of a crack at the quest, which I quite like. So you want to be flying to these special destinations, and you want to be picking up these items here to be able to complete that particular collection here, the abnormal activities, so that you can get all these crystal balls, you can activate them, and then you can land the guest planes to complete that mission, which is rather nice. Okay, so the next task is to banish black wraiths off from your airport. The Soulnet bonus is quite helpful because what happens is the Soulnet bonus, if we have a look at that, if we have a look at the Soulnet bonus over here, it summons more black wraiths. So basically, what you want to do is you want to use that quite regularly to be able to summon more of those things to be able to banish them off. And the Soulnet bonus is acquired through completing this collection here, which is the Warlock's collection, and you complete that by landing the ghost planes, the ghost guest planes. You complete that, and you hopefully pick up the items from there to be able to get more Soulnets. Because I've had a rather unlucky spawn here, I'll show you, where basically I hit show me and there are no black wraiths currently outside my city, which is very, very annoying and very frustrating. And I believe you need aerosols to be able to banish those guys off, and they drop from flights. You can also request them from friends, if I'm not mistaken, as well, so that helps. And then the final quest, or the final task, is to put together the collection of the seal and create the Great Seal yourself. And these items are dropped from Halloween buildings, so the cemetery, Halloween shop, and the pumpkin bed. And these buildings are obtained through completing the other Halloween collections here. So we see we have the witch costume. These items drop from certain flights, but also drop from the black wraiths, and that will give you a Halloween shop. And I believe there's another one as well. I can't remember. Yes, if you complete a collection of the seal, you get the cemetery, which is nice. I have a couple of those kicking around at the moment, so if I hit the cemetery, absolutely nothing. But if we hit the cemetery there, we can see that we have items. They drop very seldom, which is really not ideal, I have to admit. But if you want to help accelerate that potential quest, you're going to want to drop quite a lot of Halloween shops. You're going to want to complete quite a lot of those little collections there to be able to get more of these things in here, because there's no way of actually buying them outright. So there we go then. So I don't think there's anything else. It looks relatively tough, but in fact, by doing one thing, you are in fact completing either more than one task, or you are giving yourself a head start for the next task. So by flying to the destinations, for example, you're giving yourself the lanterns, which allows you to complete the banishing the white phantoms task, but at the same time you're also giving yourself the objects to be able to complete one of the collections that allows you to complete another task. So you're actually doing more than one thing by doing the flights to the destinations and by building the Halloween shops and things. You're getting... there's sort of one thing leads to another, which is quite nice, and a lot of people have noticed that by sticking to the flights and things like that, they're able to pile out lots of different things. The drop rates aren't too bad from what I've seen. They're not too bad. Some of them a little bit harder than others, but they're a lot better than the Curse of the Valley of the Kings quest that was run recently, and that was quite hard actually. That was quite a hard quest. Even some of the highest level players were saying that they were struggling with that. But there we go. That is this Halloween's quest guide. It runs for another 13 days, which is rather nice. A good amount of time to be able to complete this. And I like the fact that it does sort of cater for lower level players a little bit more as well, which is a nice feature. And big up to Game Insight for that one. But there we go. So that's it for now then. So any questions, feedback, comments, or anything like that, please drop them in the comment section below on YouTube, or if you're on Facebook, just reply to the thread that I'll create on one of the Airport City chats. If Game Insight do decide to share this video, thank you very much. Much appreciated in advance. That'd be lovely. But there we go. That's it for now. So as I said, any questions, comments, please ask. And join me next time for more Airport City Airline Tycoon. And good luck with the quest, guys. See you later.